Return from whence you came.
There's a lot of theories floating around out there about what these mysterious drones could be. And look, I told you all from day one that I am keeping an open mind when it comes to this story. I am open to all possibilities. Now, there is one theory out there that seems to be dominating the internet over the past couple of days. And that is the theory that these drones are bomb-sniffing drones. That these drones are looking for some type of rogue nuclear weapon that may be in New Jersey. Now, like I said, I'm keeping an open mind. And I don't want to bash anyone for their thoughts, theories, or opinions. But in my opinion, this is the least likely theory of them all. Like when I look at all the theories out there, I believe this one the least. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I will go so far as to say that I think this is the dumbest theory of all, because I could poke holes all throughout this theory. Now, what I think the problem is here is that this story has blown up and it's become almost too big. What do I mean by that? Listen, I want people talking about this story. The more people that know about this, the better. But when a story like this blows up, what happens is it attracts, bad actors. It attracts clout chasers that will spread fake stuff just for clicks. It also attracts bad actors that just want to throw you off the trail of the truth. And it also attracts a wide audience of gullible people who will believe anything they see and hear on the internet. And they will spread this stuff far and wide, muddying the waters and making it harder for people like me who actually want to figure out the truth about what's going on here. I don't have any agenda. I'm not looking to hide anything. I'm not looking to protect anyone. All I want is the truth. But it's harder for me to get to the truth when the waters are constantly muddied by a lot of nonsense. And even though we are adults, I have to say this. Listen, folks, you can't just go on TikTok, see a random theory that someone posted on TikTok, and run with that as if it's concrete fact. But that's what people do. They'll see a 30-second clip on TikTok, some random person talking about something, and they will just ride with that as if it's concrete facts. And that doesn't help anyone in this situation at all. Also, for those of you all who are unaware of this, we already have airplanes and helicopters that routinely fly through the skies looking for radiation, nukes, bioweapons, and stuff like that. So we already have equipment out there that is implemented to do stuff like this. Plus, if this was drones sniffing out nuclear bombs, our military, our government wouldn't have allowed this story to blow out of proportion in the way that it has. Now, I'm not saying that they would come out and tell us the truth about what's going on. And I'm not even saying that they would tell, local law enforcement agencies exactly what is going on. But they would key them in on the fact that something was going on so that the military, local law enforcement, sheriff's offices, FBI, Congress, Senate, and you name it, aren't all raising the alarm about these drones. Okay? So if this is some type of top secret hidden nuclear weapon that they're secretly looking for, they could have handled this way more secretly. They could have handled this better. They would have been in contact with law enforcement agencies, not necessarily telling them the ins and outs and the exact stuff that's going on, but allowing them to know that something is going on so they aren't partaking, in hyping people up and making people even more aware about this problem. Because at the end of the day, it's not just the people that we're hearing from. We're hearing from law enforcement agencies, military bases, the Coast Guard, FBI, all types of different agencies. We got senators and congressmen out here catching these things on video. So they would have gotten ahead of this story if they were really out here looking for nukes or something along those lines. Now, when it comes to this nuclear bomb sniffing drone theory, you see, what people do is they'll hear theories like this. They will just look at it at surface level and they will ride with it without even thinking any deeper, without looking into things any deeper, or even putting real thought into it. You see, if this nuclear bomb sniffing theory is true, there's other things that would have to happen to make this theory true, right? Like the nuclear bombs would have to come from somewhere, and they would have to make it somehow to New Jersey. Now, when you look deeper into this theory, which 99.9% of people are not doing, the theory is that there's a missing nuclear bomb from Ukraine, and no one knows where it is, and it must be in New Jersey. Listen, if Ukraine had nuclear bombs, they don't. They would be using it as leverage in their war with Russia. Nukes were removed from Ukraine a long time ago. But in order for this theory that everyone seems to believe now to be true, someone would have had to smuggle a nuclear missile from Ukraine and bring it to New Jersey. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a hard enough time trying to get through TCA with a bottle of freaking cologne, let alone a nuclear missile. But somehow, some way, someone brought in a whole nuclear missile to New Jersey without anyone knowing. Now, some would make the argument, well, the government allowed them. Well, if the government allowed that to happen, why is the government scrambling nuclear sniffing drones to look for the nuclear bomb that they know they allowed someone to bring into the country? You see how quickly, when you just think a little bit, it doesn't take much, you could think about something for just 1 minute, and then suddenly, slowly, these theories start to not really add up or make any sense at all. And let's just say, hypothetically speaking, someone somehow smuggled in an entire nuclear warhead to New Jersey, okay? So you mean to tell me that our government is only worried about finding this nuclear threat at night? These drones aren't flying around during the day. No, they come out at night and then they disappear right before the sun comes up. So you're telling me our government's like, oh my God, there's a rogue nuclear bomb out here. It could go off at any minute, but we could only look for it for 6 hours a day. You know what I mean? We can only look for it at night. The threat isn't at the daytime, it's only at night. Now, some people would say, well, they don't want to alarm the public. They want to be secretive, right? They want to be top secret at night looking for these nuclear warheads. Well, if you want to be top secretive, what you don't do is attach a bunch of glowing, blinking lights to your drones and fly them low and hover them over people's homes, right? So you see how quickly, once again, all it takes is a little thought and you can start poking holes in all of these theories about how this just really, honestly, sounds kind of stupid now. But I'm going to go further, don't worry, but you get what I'm saying here? So, in order to believe this theory, you can't just believe it at face value. You have to understand that other things have to go into this to make this theory possible. A nuclear bomb didn't just appear out of thin air in New Jersey, and then they automatically created new high-tech drones to look for that bomb. No, the bomb had to get there somehow. The drones had to get there somehow. There was a process here, right? So, quickly, just like that, quickly the story just starts falling apart, all the way apart, right? Now, personally, I've been covering and talking about this drone problem since before we knew it was a problem. Since before whatever is going on in New Jersey was a story, I was reporting to you all about Chinese national foreign exchange students being arrested for flying drones over military bases and taking pictures months and months ago. But what's happening here is now that the story is going viral, everyone wants to come in and weigh in with their 2 cents, which is okay. Everyone should be allowed to come in and weigh in with their opinions and theories. But what we shouldn't have is the masses running with theories that aren't proven and acting as if they're concrete fact, especially when those theories are the dumbest theories of them all. But you see, people are hopping into this story and they're not realizing that this is an issue that's not just happening in New Jersey. You see, the nuclear bomb sniffing theory, in order to believe that theory, you would have to believe that, in the area of New Jersey, New York, around that area of the Northeast, that there's some hidden nuclear weapons somewhere, right? The only problem is this drone situation, as I've reported to you all, it's not just in New Jersey. It's not just in the Northeast. It's not just New York. It's not just Connecticut. It's not just Pennsylvania. We have it happening in California. We just had that reported a few days ago. It's been happening at military bases all across the United States. It's happening in Germany. It's happening in England. So, if you're talking about this dirty bomb, these drones sniffing, these nuclear bomb sniffing drones looking for a nuclear bomb in New Jersey, obviously you're not aware that this is not an issue that is just, happening in New Jersey. This is an issue that is happening everywhere. So, I mean, right there, once again, the people who are weighing in with these theories, they're not even aware that this is not something that's just happening in New Jersey. We're not just looking for an explanation as to why the drones are in New Jersey. We're looking for an explanation as to why they're in New York, Pennsylvania, California, Virginia, freaking England, Germany, you name it. The list can go on and on. So a lot of people who are just now being introduced to this story, they're not even aware about all of the backstory and about all of the other places who have been affected by this situation. Now, New Jersey is getting the worst of it for now, but sooner or later, another area will be the prominent area that these things are flying over, at least in my opinion. I think the reality of this situation is that the truth is right there. I think that the reality of this situation is that the truth is right there, hovering above our heads just like a drone, hovering above our heads, glaring us right in the face with blinking lights, not even trying to hide. But the problem is, instead of confronting that truth, we're looking for other angles. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know what that truth is for sure. And I'm also never going to sit here and pretend to be an expert. I'm no genius. The only difference between me and a lot of other people talking about this story is that I've been paying attention to this story longer than most. I don't have access to insider information that other people don't have access to. I'm just someone who's paid more attention than the average person. And if you ask me, the truth is one of two things. It's a foreign government, a foreign enemy, which is the most likely option, or it's our government. And if it is our government, I don't think they're doing anything that is to benefit us. Like, oh, we're looking around for nuclear weapons to ensure that the American people are safe. You see, the reason why so many people are buying into this theory, and they don't even realize that the reason why people are buying into this so much is because subconsciously, this theory is more comforting. You want to believe that your government, you want to believe that the American government knows what's going on. You want to believe that they're on top of this situation. And you want to believe that whatever is going on, it's to benefit you. It's to help you. It's to protect you. Ladies and gentlemen, spoiler alert, it is not. What's happening is not to protect you. It's not to help you. But that's why so many people are buying into this theory, because it's comforting. It helps them sleep better at night. It helps them feel better about the world that they're living in. It helps them feel better about what we're surrounded by. That's why so many people are buying into this theory. They don't want to confront the truth. That truth being either A, our country is being run by a bunch of incompetent jackasses who are asleep behind the wheel and aren't stopping this problem from happening, or B, this country is run by a bunch of traitors that know what is going on, but they're simply allowing this to happen, or C, our government is doing this, and there's some type of nefarious reason behind it, and most likely these drones will be used as an excuse for them to implement something else or to do something else in response that's supposedly to help us, but in reality, it's not to help us at all. You see, what's happening is the people who are buying into this bomb sniffing theory, they're being rocked to sleep right now. You're being rocked to sleep like a little baby. Oh, little baby, nothing to worry about. You're perfectly okay. Daddy government is here for you. Oh, goo goo gaga, here's a pacifier. Here's your drone sniffing, our bomb sniffing drone theory pacifier. Put it in your mouth and shut up. Don't cry anymore. Daddy government is here. We're here to protect you from the big bad nuclear bombs in New Jersey. Don't worry. There's no other, conspiracies behind this. You know what I mean? People are being literally rocked to sleep because they want to feel comfortable. They want to believe desperately that big daddy government is here looking after us. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry about the mysterious drone invasion. They're just here to benefit us. They're just here to protect us from big bad, mysterious rogue nuclear missiles that don't really exist. And just like that, the masses rocked to sleep. Nothing to see here, folks. Don't question anything. It's just our government doing their duty, protecting the American people, the American way. Ridiculous. Most ridiculous theory of all. Let me know your thoughts, though, down below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and try not to get rocked to sleep.